Hi, I'm TBABY, I'm a dude, and this is my creepypasta redesign series, and today we are starting with SLENDERMAN. First, I'm gonna give like a quick little history on SLENDERMAN, and then I'm just gonna go into my design process and ramble a bit. Sorry this video took so long to come out. I've just had a lot of stuff to do, and it's just taken the spin on the back burner. Also, join the Discord, lots of fun, and comment and like. I read all the comments, so go wild. On June 10, 2009, the first recorded image of SLENDERMAN was posted on the Something Awful forums, being an entry to a Photoshop contest surrounding paranormal imagery. This was the image in question, which at this point millions of people have seen it, and there are a few key things that I wanted to keep for his design. The blank face, tall figure, and tentacles. I played around with multiple designs, even referencing the 3D model from Slender the 8 Pages, but I struggled to get a good idea. The most challenging part of this project was to keep the iconic look of SLENDERMAN while also having a unique take on him. So I decided to do some more research, and eventually found the legend of Grossman. Originating from around the 16th to 17th century, Grossman was described as a tall, fey-like creature located around the Black Forests of Germany. Several reports recount children being abducted by this entity. One report reading, "My child, my Lars. He is gone, taken from his bed. The only thing we found was a scrap of black clothing. It feels like cotton, but is softer, thicker. Lars came into my bedroom yesterday, screaming at the top of his lungs. The angel is outside. I asked him what he was talking about, and he told me some nonsense fairy story about Grossman. He said he went into the groves by our village and found one of my cows dead, hanging from a tree. I thought nothing of it at first, but now he is gone. We must find Lars, and my family must leave before we are killed. I am sorry, my son. I should have listened. May God forgive me." But here's the most surprising thing about my research. It's fake! The Grossman isn't even a real legend. It's not even German. You will only find stuff about the Grossman in English articles, and I'm pretty sure this was just lore written for SLENDERMAN and then got popularized by Tribe 12. Looking back on it now, I literally have no idea why I thought this legend was true and actually real. Because now when I look at it, it's just like, it's very obvious it's fake. And the only reason I really included this section is because I want more people to know that it's not real. Sorry guys, I don't know what to tell you. Getting past the history lesson, I wanted to take a more eldritch horror approach to SLENDERMAN, where one cannot fully comprehend its true form, which is also reminiscent of biblically accurate angels. And I took that idea and kind of ran with it. Like, this SLENDERMAN preys on children or anybody vulnerable, and he claims that he is an angel and has come to take them away from a horrible place. He tries to make whoever he's around feel comfortable in his presence and often asks them the question, "What do you think I look like?" In this particular case, the SLENDERMAN we're looking at today asked a young girl this question, and she drew what he looked like on a piece of paper. And of course, he didn't turn out exactly like the drawing and took a quite literal approach, which is why he's made out of paper now. This was the only in-lore reason I could think of besides, oh, it looks cool. Because I was really inspired by Slender the 8 Pages and thought the loose paper motif would work really well in this instance. And just overall just being more descriptive, most of his body appears to be that of paper, and the black tar-like substance that lies underneath dampens whatever art he's made himself out of, and I imagine he smells of mildew and mold. He often disappears for months at a time, only to return as if no time has passed at all, and he'll continue this cycle for as long as it takes to build an unwavering trust, and only then will he lure whoever he's hunting into the woods for them to never return. So another really interesting thing about his design is he looks like this because of a drawing from a little girl. This is the specific instance where he's going to look like this. But I imagine that underneath all this paper, he's made up of all these like gross little worm things, like his tentacles are like these little like wormy things that like kind of congeal together to make like one being, and that is what necessarily gives people the slender sickness. He'll take these little slivers off of himself, like these little worms, and it'll be like a little parasite, and it'll quite literally get into the victim's head and cause them to like go crazy or to blindly trust him as like a being. And I really like this idea because I feel like it pulls away from the digital aspect of SLENDERMAN a lot, because a lot of media focuses on like the static cameras and just all these different tapes, but I think taking the approach of him being a much older being and kind of like an ancient evil is really interesting, and I feel like it fits a lot more, because it's just like, with the legend of the Grossman, as fake as it is, I think it's really cool to see him in like such an older time, like centuries ago, and now he's still here, still existing. Like, this threat has been here for millennia, and there's nothing we could do about it. And another cool thing is like, this design can change based off of the victim, right? Like, this was just the little girl's idea of what he looked like. But if we take literally anybody else, he looked like anything. He could even like potentially look like a dead relative. Like, the possibilities are quite literally endless with this iteration. And I think that's just so cool, because I know so many people can do super interesting things. And I know I can do really interesting things for this. I've always dabbled in the idea of like making like a little creepypasta AU, especially when I was little. I fucking love creepypasta. But now that I'm older, I feel like I could really do it if I want to put effort into that. Don't quote me on this. But just seeing how he can manipulate people and just really like hunt them down, because at the core of this, he is hunting all of these people down. Like, if you see SLENDERMAN, it's already too late for you. He's already chosen you as somebody he wants to like kill, right? And for the luring children away thing, I do want that to be a prevalent thing, but I also asked the question, why does he want to do this? And I imagine that he just kind of feeds off of the energy and just feeds off of his victims, which is like the main reason he does it. It's like very animalistic in nature. There's no other ulterior motive besides, I need this to survive. And I think that's like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily scarier than like serial killers and stuff, but I do think it makes his dynamic a lot more interesting, because it's not like a want, it's quite literally out of self-preservation. And I think that can make him really desperate and really scary of the things he'll do, because he's an animal, he'll go to almost any extent to stay alive. It's in our nature, it's in an animal's nature. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about all of this. Sorry the video came out so late. I've had a lot of life stuff in the way, but it is what it is. If you enjoyed the video, please like and comment. Comments, I read all of them. Trust me. I don't reply to all of them, but I definitely saw and read them. So give me your ideas. Tell me who you want to see next for this redesign series, and I will try to get another video out in a timely manner. Thanks. Bye bye.